Good evening, traders. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerTrading.com, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to look at a couple different names with you as we approach tomorrow, which will be Wednesday of the heading into expiration. So Friday is your typical July expiration, and during that time, anything can happen, like on any given day in the market, but you generally want to lean towards the idea that stocks could be choppy as options premium in this particular series really starts to decay. With that in mind, and we've been pursuing some positions in MDT that have a little bit of cushion, but you look at these and say, this I don't think is the spot to add to these because it just chops into 100. Well then, you'd rather wait until you get some type of a move. But for the long-term prospects, I think this chart has excellent potential and is worth keeping in mind if you get a chance to buy any pullbacks. I would say the same for Disney. These are directional opportunities in charts that are a little extended, but the next pullback would be something that you want to look at buying. That's what you want to think about, I think, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, give or take. With that being said, names like Tesla are more where you might want to focus into this Friday. As I look at the move in Tesla, I'm feeling slightly contrarian in it, and we'll see how that goes. But it's just the idea that Tesla has shown a lot of strength over the past several sessions. You have rallied right into 250, which I'm considering being a psychological area of resistance. And I'm also liking to look at the idea that as this rallied, you had a lot of traders that came in and bought the $250 calls. That is shown in the large amount of open interest that we've got heading into this Friday's expiration. So the funds that sold this, the powers that be, kind of have a vested interest in those not being paid off, or at least holding into this area. So I like the idea of trying to set up something like an iron fly or a short straddle if you are comfortable with the risk. But it's just to say there's a lot of extrinsic value in the short 250 straddle right now. If you think about it from the perspective of the straddle, looking at the 250s, this is basically suggesting that Tesla is going to have less than an $8.70 move into this Friday. If you think that there's more, well then obviously you could buy the straddle. But the way that I'm thinking of this is that maybe the little bit of euphoria needs to calm down just a touch. If we can just chop around 250, that may offer some good short-term opportunity for those of you that like to sell premium and shift from a directional swing-based approach to more of this expiration style thinking. So that's one to keep in mind, and just another really quick look. Google's going to be another spot where you could take a shot. Now, these don't always work, of course, but the idea that Google spends a little time around 1150 might be worth considering for your expiration trading, and I hope you find those ideas helpful. One last thing I wanted to make sure you were aware of is that Danielle's going to be doing a webinar on Thursday. She's going to be covering a lot of the strategies that she has been using here lately for her success in this market. So that's completely free on Thursday at 7 p.m. So if you'd like to check it out, I hope you find it helpful.